Good afternoon. Just get in the right position. In fact, I want this in the background. Oh, look at that. Goodies. Okay. We'll wait for someone to join and then I'm going to flip the camera around. Are we going to get anyone? Do. Yay! Hi, Tracy. So, there we go. We've got people joining. That's good. You always get a bit scared that no one's going to join you. I don't know why. So, today is live from the shop. We are going to have a quick look at a few new items and then we're going to go get playing because that's what it's all about. I don't have enough playtime and I enjoy it. So I'm going to flip the camera. And whilst we're waiting for people to join, you can feast your eyes on things. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is, I'm going to bring you over to the table. We're going to look at that. So this is Marlene's new apron. And it's kind of like a waterproof material. So it's wipe proof. You've got a lovely pocket on the front there. Hi, Julie. You have got straps at the top that you can alter. So it can be any length around your neck. And the same for the waist. So it really is one size fits all. But look how bright and beautiful those floral elements are. Stunning. Anything that's Marlene that's new is on offer. It's got 10% off. So these aprons, not only do you get the apron, you get 3 badges as well, the little pin badges. They are on offer at £23.39. We've got lots of them all stacked in there. Okay, so starting up. Oh, brilliant. We've got a few more joining us. That's good. Hi to everyone. Thank you for joining me. So this section here, you probably get bored of me saying this, but when you come in the shop, this section all the way down, this is where the new items come when they arrive in, and then they kind of rotate and join the rest of the stock as new stock comes in. So you've got the Marlene there. One thing that we have had in, it's not like a brand new item, but they're new to us. We've not stocked them before. These fun little monsters, I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. Lovely little woodware range. So we've got those. As you know, we've got the Marlene. We've been over that. We have also got, and this is what we're going to be playing with today, Postage squares by Presscut. It makes little postage stamps. It's such a fun die set, and at £12.99, a really good price. I'm not sure if we had these in on the first delivery we had in, but we've got lovely butterfly and floral stencils. We're quite low on these, but we have got these gorgeous layering dies. Daisy edge one as well. And then we have had Jamie Rogers' new collection in. Very, very male orientated, which is good because we always moan that we've not got a lot for the male. So you've got steampunk, you've got racing cars. These are dies. Cog die. That is gorgeous. The detail is phenomenal on that, and that's a die. You've got tools. Are you taking the Mickey, Paul? No. Yes, you are. You've got cogs. Again, all of these are dies. Topper and corners, and then we go into the stencils. You've got a lovely 8x8, and then these little masks, mini masks, great for when you're doing your spritzy backgrounds. We've also got a Blooming Spring and Spring Serenade. Those ones are the designer pads, so they've got pattern papers, they've got toppers, and they've got die cut elements in. And these two are the card making pads. Also, if you haven't managed to get yourself a calendar this year yet, we've got the Colour Me calendars at half price, £7.50. So if you're in need of a calendar, even a present, because the colouring in that is brilliant. Okay, so my arm's aching already. I'm just going to whiz past this bit and onto the table, because I just did want to give you a little flick through one of these die cut pads. So these are all die cut elements. There's your toppers into your pattern papers. Really nice if you're making like little memory books or albums, little card sets maybe. Beautiful with the lilacs. So that's those two. The card making pads, I'm sure I've shown you these before, but I'll just show you the concept. So that's your card design, and then you've got all of the elements that you can pop out and make that card, or do it your own way, if that makes sense. You've got extra sentiments so you can choose, and you can add inks and all sorts to them. We have had more stock of these stamps in because they are proving very popular. There's 6. They're available separately or as a bundle. Am I right? Yeah. I paused there because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Really nice stamps. Lovely silhouette. Of course, you can stamp them in colour as well. So that's a little look at those. I'm going to bring you up to my little clamp, and I'm going to clip you in and just show you one more product before we get into a demo. Okay, so we have had this into stock. Now we've sourced, I think it is a really, really good idea that these are presented in a box. Okay, so it's an 8x8 pizza box, which you can then decorate, and inside it are 1,000 foam pads, which are 12mm by 25mm by 2mm, and they cost you £10.99. So yours would come like this. You take out of here, and these are a really easy release. They come off super easy. Look at me trying to, well, it is because it's stapled down. A really easy release, and they're very, very sticky as well, which is brilliant. But then they live in there, so they're not just going to all fall off the roll and go everywhere. You know that they're safe and secure inside your pizza box. We've got those in stock as well. Now, there is a little tab on the website that Paul has activated. Anything that I've talked about today will be under the Facebook Live tab, so you can easily identify, for instance, the little postage squares die set. Now, yours won't come on a magnetic shim. I've just put them on there so it's easy for me, so I don't lose them. Okay, so let's move those foam pads out of the way. And to save me from turning around and die cutting, I've gone ahead and die cut some pieces. So if we look at this die set, we've got this outside edge. If we cut that on its own, it gives us this lovely kind of postage edge, postcard size. And what is really good is if you click that back in there, like so, and grab, I'm just going to grab a brush with a little bit of, I suppose it's black. I'm just going to blend really lightly around the edge here. And just rotate that around. There's no need to tape it in because it's kind of gripped in to the die behind. And just gently blending around. Of course, you could do it a lot harder if you want to, but I just think this looks really quite effective, giving you that real nice crisp edge around. And then you could just use this on its own, like so. Now, if you was to cut 2 of those, like that, we can bring this one into our trimmer. I'm just going to score a little line down there. Get that out of the way. Move that one. Now, on this trimmer, the cream one is my score tool. So I'm just going to pop that at the top there and I'm just going to score a little line. And that's going to give me like a little hinge, if you like, just like so. And that will allow me, if I stick this one on the top, to have a little card. So that is just using that outside die on its own. If we then look to the next die down, we've got this, and it's got the lovely kind of punctured detail. It doesn't cut. It's just like a little emboss all the way around that die. If you die cut that or pop it onto card and die cut it, that won't cut around the edge. It will just cut within the piece of card. And in fact, I am going to do that because I am going to show you that. Just so that you can see what it looks like. And I'm just going to do it in the middle of a piece of card. But if you, I've got a piece in my hand that I'm going to, oh, I thought I'd done this. Grr. You know the bit I said about die cutting? I think I will need to do some. What am I like? So I'm just running that through my machine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this piece and the piece that's going through the machine and run it through together. And that's going to give me this effect. So that then can also be used so these bits just pop out. That's just caught. Do it nicely, Hazel. There we go. Right, so that would just stay within your piece of card. Obviously, if you put it straight, I could have used it. So that's that piece. But then, if we fit those two pieces together and die cut, so I'm just popping it onto my magnetic shim, and I am going to do it on the wonk because there's quite a lot going on there. I'm just setting up that next one. I must apologise if you can hear the tape runner. It's just, Paul's just trying to get all of the parcels ready to go out of the door. So, right, we're just cutting one of these because I want the bits that come out of the middle. Okay, and then I can show you what we can do with them. Now, one thing I am going to be using is this stamp here. Grab this one out. Okay, so I've got this piece now, and then all of these pieces here. These are like the little matten layers. If I just bring this one in, look. Got lots of detail on there. So I'm going to keep that at the side of me. Because we're going to use that. Okay, so we're going to also be using Blooming Delightful A6 stamp by Julie Hickey Designs. And I'm going to use this big border stamp and maybe a little bit from my griddage or my little alphabet ones as well. We're just going to have a play. The great thing about this die set is I'm just bringing you a bit lower. You can play. It's a little area. And you can just have a little play. So we've got one. I'm going to count these out. I think this should be different. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8. Get all of those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's And then there will be 8 that have got like a little, I haven't showed you these ones yet. You've also got 8 guys there, which has got like the little crinkly edges, which are like the postage stamps. So if I get those bits out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Bring my drink closer. Okay. Hopefully that's a good view. Might just come up a touch. These plain edge ones I'm going to keep to the side because I want to keep them white. It's these ones that I'm going to change the colour on first. So I'm going to go into my inks and I'm going to just pick a colour. I'm going to use my Studio Light inks. They're dye based and they are water reactive. And I think I am going to go for this lovely, it's one of the blues. So I'm just going to pop that down on my mat. Just give it a little spritz and I'm just going to tap and get a little bit of water. Use my tweezers and I wouldn't be dipping my nails in, would I? Doesn't matter if I don't completely cover it. I'm just getting a little bit of ink down here and there. Or all over, it depends. And you could do this with a couple of colours if you wanted to, but I'm just going to almost just stick to one colour. Because you know how I like doing a one colour card. And the last one. There we go. And then just gonna take that off. There we go. And then I'm going to take my, this is from Nature's Dream 2 and it's just like a little A7 long stamp and it's got like a distressed uppercase alphabet. I'm just going to randomly, just going to make sure I've got a good, yeah, it is a good position. So I'm not going to worry about what orientation these are. I'm just gonna put some ink on. So a bit of alphabet. You'll notice I never very often put these onto an acrylic block because I like to just dib and dab here and there. And it gives a very, and I love this word, a very sporadic finish. I know, I love it, I love it. So already these are looking cool. I just love them. Okay, so then I'm going to put on a nice little bit of griddage. And I love that word too. I should have called it griddage. I'm going to use the black because I don't want it in your face black. I just want a softer black. And again, it is just a little bit here and a little bit there. Just pop a little bit down. Doesn't matter if it goes a little bit wonky, it's just a bit of detail in the background. Okay, a little bit on that one. There we go. So, I mean, these could be used exactly as they are. You see this one? There was a little bit of a damp bit, so I've got a nice little bit of bleed on there, but that's fine. It just adds to the flavour. So I'm just going to clean that background. Okay, so at this point, I mean, you can put anything you like on there, but I just thought it'd be quite fun to use elements from this border because you've got some foliage down there, you've got lots of different floral elements. So I'm going to use different parts of it. I'm just going to ink that up. And see if I can get a bit of that one as well. Yeah. So each one will be different. Just don't ink up like that, Hazel. Do it properly. So I'm going to ink it up all up this time, and then I might cheat a little bit, because there's nothing wrong with a cheeky cheat. Maybe, let's see what happens if I do that. So I've got a very random elements, and I might want to put maybe a little bit of a leaf on that one. And you can just pick up what you like. Just checking to see where the ink is. See, that didn't have ink on it. Never mind. And then for the long one, I think I'm gonna go across there and there and there. Okay, so that gives me all of these little tiles, and I'm just going to take my ink. That's black, Hazel. I want the blue. And I'll just take my water brush. I'm just going to fill these in really kind of roughly. Hasn't got to be perfect. I'll decide if I want the leaves to be green, or if I'm just going to do it in this colour or not. Can we go a bit closer? There we go. So just add a little bit of colour to these. I'm going to leave the centre of that, because that's almost like another flower within itself. What I can tell you while you're all here is that there is a new look. Well, there's quite a few new launches coming up. I'm back on Saturday with a live, and that will be from home. It's at 4 o'clock with a new launch from Studio Light, and then I'm back on. I will be back next week with another live, because Julie Hickey Designs has got a new launch as well, which is rather exciting. And so I'll be doing a live as well for that one. But as always, we'll have like bundle deals and separate elements as well. So let's have a look. We've got a nice little floral. You don't have to colour it all. This is the beauty of it, because you've got a bit of this and a bit of that. That one I'm going to do some too, because I missed the print on it. Pop those ones in. And then, okay, right, so it's that one. I feel like on this one, I might leave my leaves. Let me just show you one. On this one, look, I did the leaves green, and it looks quite cute, but there's nothing to say that we can't just leave them plain on that one. Maybe I'll just do it green. I'm gonna keep this blue on it, so it's almost like a more petrol-y green, if that's the thing. Pop this on, and as always, this live will get saved to the top of the page and downloaded onto my YouTube channel. If you're not already a subscriber, I'd love it if you could subscribe, because what it means is once I get past 1,000, then I can stream live across both platforms, I think. I'm not that tech savvy, that's the word, but I'm certain that I've seen that before, so I'm hoping. It just saves like the downloading, if that makes sense. Right, so there, I'm happy with that. Happy with that one. Happy with them ones. I'm just going to do something with this one because I missed my ink, and I think it's that one there. I am going to pop that flower across. I'm just going to put a bit of green there, and then that's green as well. That'll do us. Okay. Clean that mess up. And then what we can do, I'm going to bring in the nice clean background, and we're just going to layer those up. But before I do that, I'm going to go into my micron pens. So these ones are new in for us. It's a little set of 3. They're Craft Artist, and they're available on the website. We've got 0.05, 0.2 and 0.3. And I'm going to grab the 0.3 and just add in a little bit of a line, a little border. But where I come to a flower, I'm going to stop, if that makes sense. So just add in another layer on there. And I'm not going for a pristine look. I want it to be wiggly. And then across there. Is that one? You don't have to do it on all of them again. It's one of them, isn't it? There's no rules. But when it's a die like this, you can kind of get lost in it. I think there's a tiny bit there. You can put as much or as little as you want on there. They're cute. Can you imagine this one? This is its background. And then, what do we have? We had this one, like, as the little postcard with your postage stamp in the corner. And then you can have your little design down there. I think it's a good core die set, this one. And then oh, look, my nail didn't hold it in place, so I have got a super big squiggle on that one. And of course, if there's any questions as I'm going along, don't hesitate to ask. Paul's kind of watching in between packing orders. So, right, let's get these matte and layered up together. So I'm using my little easy squeeze bottle with, this one's got Studio Light glue in. But what I can tell you is actually we've now got the EVA glue back in stock. It's become available again, which is brilliant. And that is on the website too. Just get those layered. You know, like in your stash, you might have those little kind of random stamps, random patterns. You could just do like ink and randomly stamp a piece of card and then cut these into it and make little individual postage stamps from those. Or you could just layer the background over a stamped image. That would look good. That one. And that one. Just make sure that's in the middle before I set it aside. That one's a bit wonky, I can see. Two more. Let's see if we've got any questions while I'm doing this. Yes, you are, Jax. Very spoiled. All looking good, yeah. Put that one in. And the last one. Are you taking the mickey? Yes, you are. It is. Right. So now, just going to take this up a twitch. I mean, I could literally have like a random, all my stamps random in the corner, that onto a big card, little sentiment, and it would look cool. Very like ephemerish. Ephemera. You've got to say it properly, haven't you? You can use this piece on its own, but what we are going to do is, I'm just wondering, will it look nicer if I put that on there? Let's put it on a plain one. If I put that on there, I want it to stand out. So what I've done is I've inked over this with a little bit of grey. But what I'll do is I'll ink over this one and I'll show you how I did it. I got this die, like I did the other one, and I just clicked that into place. Get it in. Right, that's clicked into place. Now I'm going to turn that over. Then I'm going to grab a brush. I'm going to grab that same ink. And I'm going to grab it. I'm going to ink this over to be blue. Just to match. And then that'll give us a lovely crisp white edge. There we go. And your die, you can just wipe that clean with a little bit of tissue. So I'm going to have mine on the front of my card like so. And I'm just going to stick that down. Oh, I'm not breathing. Paul's like, yeah.
She wasn't breathing last night.
Oh, he says I was snoring. I don't believe him. And then I'm going to stick this on top and it's going to perfectly line up around the edge. So just check them edges. Turn it over. Give that a press down. And then I've got all of these little elements that I'm going to fit back in here. But I am going to use my foam pads. So I'm going to lift that up. I'm going to pull my staple out. And what I like to do is just pull a length off. And then I kind of pull this back and then just pull them off like that. I'm going to set a couple of these. I'm just going to put some foam pads on the backs. Oh, I've dropped it on the floor. Now, what I do want to show you is, I grab this. If I wanted to chop this into 3, 1, 2, 3, okay, and say I didn't have this here, you'd think, oh, I'm never going to get the backs off of there. So obviously this just peels off really, really easy. And then the same on the back. So you can then just position these. So it's no longer an effort. Let's just grab that. I'm going to put a bigger one on. There they are. There's another small one. Foam pads everywhere. Put that one on there. I might as well just pad them all up and then we can just go for it and stick them down. On this one I will put 2. Maybe just 1 on this one. Okay, and this one. Okay. So one of these, do you know my die cut sentiments that we've got? I have gone in and I've chosen just for you. So I'm going to see whether I want that one or that one. Maybe that one and keep the green up there. So I'm going to place this one in here. And then I'm going to stick the message down. Now I haven't even checked to see if it'll fit, but I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to put the 4 in the middle. And actually it'll have to be a little bit off centre. I know, I normally always check this. Stop it. Then my U. Go up a bit higher. I've still got time to move it. Not panicking. And then my just. Right, so now, here, we'll have just there. We'll move our 4 along a little bit. And our U. There. Now I chose not to put the background on this one. And this is my dot for the eye. Just fit that in there. Just for you. And then we can go ahead and fit all of these different elements in place. Obviously, take your time. Make sure you line them up. That one on there. And last one. Into there. You see, look how cool that looks. Got that lovely dimension. You could also go in with some glitter glue or your glitter pens and have some, add some sparkle. Maybe you want to put some little glosses in there as well. Now to finish this off, we need to attach the glue down. Oh, I think I've just lost my needle. Glue down this panel here. Is that actually in view? Just. And then we're just going to join these. And that's a really, I'd say, a quick and simple card. Obviously, you can do a bit of stamping inside as well. Maybe I should have done that before I added the back on, but you could just add, I do like a little bit of the outside in, not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna get that little corner. On there, like so. And a bit of this. I know, do you know what? I'm horrified because my mat is dirty and I keep putting this card down on there. It is what it is. Bit of ink. There. Okay, and then you can just go ahead and paint that to match the front. Look at that. It's cool. Let's just put that in. That's black. That one and that one, wasn't it? So little bit of floral. Oh, you folding the apron back up? That's very kind, Paul. I'm going to just do the centres there. And then that lovely foliage. So this one is called, it's a secret, Blooming Delightful, this one. And there's another one that's got like little hexagon shapes, but it's really good fun to build up a design with the squares or the hexagons. And then there's a lovely big background one. Okay, so that gives me my finished little, and I'm going to bring this in next to it because this is kind of the same, but I've used the squares this time. A little bit of griddage in the background and funnily enough, just for you along the bottom. But it's the same stamp set, but just a little bit different. So I hope you enjoyed that. I can't remember how much that was. $12.99. $12.99 will get you the Presscut die set. I'm just going to spin you around. You might get Paul's face as I do that. There we go. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Did we miss any questions? Thank you, Tracy. Blooming lovely. Thank you, Zena. Brilliant. Oh, I'm glad you like it. It's just a quick little make, but I really like. I love this part on its own too. I just think to stamp a portion on there and do something, even if it's like a tag going in an album, how cool would that look? Right, I need to get my thinking cap on and get making some samples ready for Saturday because I've got the new stuff to make the samples with, but I haven't made anything yet, so I best get busy. Thanks for joining me. Take care. See you on Saturday. Bye-bye.